But let's get into our talk for the day. This young man hails from Dallas, Texas. You know who he is. Most of you do. He just made a decision that he's tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like he says, he's got 2 degrees. He fell into that, but he says, "Look, the more degrees I got, the more they owe me." And one day, I love telling the story. He was at his computer at home since everybody had to go home, and he was at home using his computer. He had to go to the restroom and got up and went to the restroom, and he came back. His phone was ringing. And what happened? His boss called him and said, "Are you okay?" He said, "What do you mean I'm okay?" "Yes, I'm okay. I'm fine." "Why?" He goes, "I noticed your what do they call those things? Your keyboard. That's right. Your keyboard wasn't moving." He goes, "Well, my God, I went to the restroom, man." And that made a decision for him to say, "You know what? I got to get out of here. I have to make a prison break. And I'm not going to get in my bed until after I hit regional director." And he's not too far away. And he goes out every day. And every time I do a private call, wink, wink, hint, hint, he has 10, 12 people on every private call I do. Here again, it's another skill that people need to learn and should learn. And without further ado, from Dallas, Texas, here we go. The great, the one and only Sam Foster.
Beautiful day to your ACN family, coming at you live from the great city of Atlanta, Georgia. Hope everyone is having a phenomenal day. I'm having an excellent day. I appreciate you guys for coming on the call. I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is the best time to be affiliated with ACN. I'm having a wonderful time on the road. Of course, you know I'm peaking. That's my trademark. That's my mantra. That's what I want to stick to doing. Just want to give you guys an encouragement today. I won't be before you long. I just want to let you guys know and encourage you guys on your walk in ACN. I know that a lot of you guys are on the call, and sometimes we can get in a situation where we feel like, nothing is happening in our business. But I want to tell you quite the contrary, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in ACN, you have a reason to be in ACN. You have a goal to reach in ACN, not just to get to one level or the next level, but get to the ultimate level of senior vice president. It's easy to do. I had a conversation with someone the other day, and I said that there's no difference between somebody who gets in yesterday or somebody that gets in today or somebody that's been in for the last 29 years. The only difference is somebody got in, somebody stayed in, and somebody achieved their goal. That's the difference. I'm going to say this again. Somebody got in, somebody stayed in, and somebody achieved their goal. And the only way you're going to achieve your goal in ACN is to get in, stay in, and be consistent. How do I do that, Sam? Simply put, when you get in, keep in your mind the end result. What do you want to do? Some people want to get in and make part-time money. Some people want to get in, like myself, and make full-time money. Somebody wants to get in and put themselves in a position where they can change their family tree. And the only way that you're going to change your family tree is by some of us on the call being the first ones to venture off and do something like this. Well, it seems like it's impossible. Why would it be impossible? And this is going to help somebody. Why would it be impossible if the stuff that we're doing, you're already doing? Let me repeat that. Because somebody needs to hear that. Somebody needs to hear that. Somebody needs to get that into the pores of their spirit. Everything that we do, for the most part, you're already doing. That should take 98% of the guesswork out of anything that you even thought about. You're already doing the services. So it's not about, I got to figure it out. No. You don't have to figure it out in ACN. You just have to do it. Let me repeat that. You don't have to figure it out in ACN. You just have to do it. Share a little something with you. I just met a young man here at this hotel. Young man was just walking around. Actually, I met him as I was coming out the restroom. I asked him how long had he been working at the hotel. Young man told me he'd been working at this hotel for 5 years. I said, man, that's a minute. He said, yeah. I said, what's your goal? Young man told me, he said, well, I don't know yet. He said, I don't want to be in management here at the hotel. He said, pretty much because there's a lot of politics involved and things of that nature. I said, well, man, I understand that. I said, do you keep your options open? He said, yeah. That's it. That's simple, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this. Do you keep your options open? That's a catchphrase for somebody. Well, how do you peak? How do you peak? No. Do you keep your options open? Think about it. Just that simple. Give you another example. Ran into a group of ladies here at the event. Matter of fact, 3 ladies I ran into. 3. All those ladies were from 3 different cities. My question was to all the 3 ladies, what do you do? All 3 at the same time I asked, what did you do? Because they had met each other here at this event. I asked them, what did they do? I let all 3 ladies tell me what they did. That didn't take long. You don't have to give a biography. Like I've said before, what do you do? When those 3 ladies told me what they did, and they were from 3 different states, well, it was easy for me. I said, hey, I do a little something. Get my number. As the first lady was putting my number in her phone, I said, well, all y'all can get it. All 3 ladies got my number. I said, text me your info. I said, we'll talk. That was it. That was it. It's just that simple. It's not that hard. We think we have to do things hard. We think things have to come at a cost of us pulling on them, tugging on them, hitting them across the head. You don't have to do any of those things. Somebody needs to understand that none of that has to be the case. Do you keep your options open? What do you currently do as a backdrop for somebody? That shouldn't take 2 minutes. And once they tell you what they do you keep your options open? Do you keep your options open? So if anybody's out there taking notes, options open. Options open. That's the name of the message. Oh, I'm sorry. Options open. Most people will tell you they do keep their options open. Why? Because most people keep their options open. The reason why some people are scared to ask people that is because they assume people don't keep their options open. Stop assuming. Why? Because you're in. For the most part, on this call, you're in. So if you kept your options open, what make you think somebody else don't keep their options open? They keep their options open. Most people keep their options open. Most people are looking for something out there. And the only way that you're going to know that they're a right fit for you is to ask the questions. Do you keep your options open? What's the worst they can say? No. Okay, watch this. Even if they say no, I'm going to go on that part. Even if they say no, well, do you enjoy saving money? Remember now, it's either one or 2 ways. Do they want to make the money? Do they want to save the money? Or do they want to do both? Let me repeat. Make the money, save the money, or do both. Worst case scenario, let's see about helping them save them on their bills. That's the worst case scenario. After that, refer me. Refer me. Why do we have a problem with asking for the referral? That's worst case scenario. Well, let's flip it and do best case scenario. Yes, I keep my options open. Okay, let me flip it a little bit more. Those 3 young ladies that I talked to, I can do this either way. I can peak them. They can either become IBOs on the team or they can become customers. But I'm going to go a little further than that. Who do they know? That's the power of peaking right there. Who do they know? It don't have to stop with them. Who do they know? Who do you know I need to know? Rule number 2. Who do you know I need to know? Do you keep your options open? Do you look at saving on your bills? Who do you know I need to know? Let me say it again. Do you keep your options open? Do you look for other ways of saving on your bills? Who do you know I need to know? Somebody, if you can get those 3 concepts and work on those 3, you'd be surprised how consistent you'll be when it comes to this opportunity. You'd be shocked. You'd be absolutely shocked. You got to remember, everybody is human. Everybody wants to feel like they want to accomplish something in life at some point. And some people just need a break. They need an exhale. And in my opinion, ACN is an excellent exhale because it allows you to operate on so many different levels. Think about it. ACN allows us to operate on so many different levels. It's unreal. It doesn't matter if somebody says that they don't want to do it. Well, in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, I don't know about you guys, but I'm always thinking, well, they're already doing my stuff anyway. So I'm not offended. I don't care what they say back to me. Because why? They already are doing my services for the most part. They can't get around it. Now, for somebody, that was an injection of a motivation for somebody. Because I know somebody on this call has shied away from talking to people, period. Now, if you shied away from talking to people, say that to yourself, first of all, before you walk out of a door. They're already doing your services. And for somebody on this call, become your own customer as much as possible. Why? It favors into the comp plan. It favors into the comp plan, whether you got in yesterday or whether you've been in for years. You have to want to maximize on your side individually. That's a motivation for somebody else. There's no way I would be doing somebody else's services and not doing my own. Let me repeat that. Now, if you're doing somebody else's services and you do the services that we have already, you have to question yourself. Now, it's going to be a tough pill for somebody, and I get it. I'm willing to stand in the firing squad and take the hits. Why? Because somebody needs to realize, in order for you to achieve in what we're doing, you have to be self-contained. What that means is you have to produce after yourself. And I've said this before, you can't expect somebody to get your stuff if you don't have it. That's important because I don't want nobody to walk around here and think, people just don't want to do me. That's not true. People have to do you already. We do essential services, so it's already there. So your confidence level should be a backdrop on whether you do your own stuff or not. Because I'm going to show you something. A great peaking tool, just to give you an example, a great peaking tool is I get paid off I get paid off this phone. Now let me show you a scenario. What do you mean? Well, every time my phone rings, I get paid. What you mean? It's my phone. Now, I walked in Walmart right before I came here to Atlanta to pick up supplies. I picked up deodorant and stuff like that. So I purposely walked in Walmart slowly, casually to peek the individuals that's in the middle of the aisle. Some of you guys know I do this all the time. if there were new people in the particular Walmart I went to a couple of days ago, so I was able to pick those individuals. What was crazy about this was, and this is going to be another nugget for somebody, I ended up letting them talk to me. And I said, let me show you something. I went to my Google browser and I typed in my website. I said, I do a little something. And my face popped up, right? And I let them see it on my phone. I say, this is me. I said, hold on for a minute. And then for those on the call that know how your back office work, it shifts to the left in about 3-4 seconds. It'll shift to the left. And then it said shop now. I said, hold on. I hit the shop now tab. As soon as I hit the shop now tab, of course, you know our products and services come right there. Essential services used daily. I hit one of the tabs, the first tab, the bundle tab. And Lord and behold, guess what popped up? Companies like Spectrum, AT&T, that's at the Walmart. Told a young lady that was standing next to me. I said, you see my face up there? She said, yeah. I said, you see what it says up there? Independent business owner? She said, yeah. I said, you see that phone number? She said, yeah. I said, that's that same number I just called you on. I said, now that validates me at some point. I said, because even if you were talking to your friends, they would have to agree. Even if they didn't want to agree, you would be able to back me up, first of all, and say, no, girl, that's him. Why? I met him. The power of peaking now in person. I met him. Number two, I gave you my phone number. So my phone number is on the site. Credibility means a lot. And then on top of all that information being there, then you go inside of the different services that we provide, and you see companies like Spectrum and AT&T. Now we're the wholesale side of the house instead of the retail side. So nobody can disagree that they're not already doing the services, especially the third-party individuals that's standing in Walmart. They're already pushing services that they can do for themselves and stop trading time for dollars doing it. And they can actually do it for themselves. Watch this. Watch this now. They can do it for themselves at a residual pace. At a residual pace. Somebody just got that. Jabri, somebody just got that. Mr. Thomas, somebody just got that. Now they have an opportunity to do it at a residual pace. That's different. Residual income is different. Now that same young lady, I was able to have a decent conversation with, and by the way, we're going to have a conversation when I get back into town. That makes a difference, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are tracking with me. Because if you're tracking what I said, and somebody may need to go back and replay this, because I did things in order of the way that I do them day to day, so somebody can understand the method of not only piquing somebody, but piquing them with a process of interest in their minds to make them think, wait a minute, I'm already doing these services. Even though I've never done anything like this in my life, quite the contrary, I'm already doing it. See, that's what you want to put in their minds. I'm already doing it. I'm just not making money off of it, or I'm not saving money off of it. So for the average person that you pique, that can be interest in their head. And from the people that do these different services, whether they doing it at the Walmarts or something like that, they can look at it as, no, I need to be doing this for myself. I'm already doing it for somebody else, or I'm paying somebody when I can turn around and pay myself. All you want is a peak of interest. And if you need validation for somebody on this call, start calling us up. For some of you guys, use us. Use Mr. Thomas. Use your uplines. Use your downline. Sometimes your downline works a little bit better than you do. It's a team effort. But I want you guys to get it out your mind to where you think somebody can be better than you at doing this when you guys can be better than anybody. It doesn't take that much. But what it does take is a motivated mind state to be consistent. That's it. Let me repeat this. A motivated mind state to be consistent. If you got that in your head, that's all it takes. Doesn't take no education, none of that stuff. And at the end of the day, you're going to peak a few, you're going to get some business partners, and you're going to get some customers. And that's what we look for. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we're looking for. That's all we're looking for. Told you I wasn't going to be before you long. I'm going to be short about this conversation because I got to get back out here to this event and peak. I'll see you guys again next week. That's been my time. I'm on the road here in hot Atlanta doing what I do. ACN family, I love you. Talk to you soon.